Hello again, collective. It's Sunday, and this is the second reading. This one is for Sunday specifically. Okay, so as you can see, I've done a tarot spread. I've done the 5-rune runic river spread, and I have some oracle cards up the upper left-hand corner over there. So let's go ahead and start with the tarot, and then we'll go ahead and get down here to the runes, and then we'll look at our oracle cards last, okay? All right, so in terms of the overall meaning of the read for today, what is the purpose of the read? What's its meaning? Okay, what is the heart of the matter? We've got the 3 of Cups. Now, the 3 of Cups talks about celebration, talks about joy and reunions, socializing, friendships, parties, and so on. So it's a very, very positive card, of course. It's one of celebration in general. Now, what I have in the second position, the crossing position, which is also looked at as a possible change, a secondary known for the heart of the matter. It can mean several different things, okay? It's not always in opposition. In this case, it goes along with this. In order for us to truly enjoy and to celebrate and everything else, it's telling us to focus diligently upon our craft, our career, our educational goals, the expertise and mastery in what it is that we're doing here. Okay? Now, what is unknown is if we do these things, the Sun card. The Sun card talks about everything is going well. Complete positivity, success, health, fun, and good fortune. This is the brightest card in the deck. So, as far as the heart of the matter and that which is crossing is concerned, if we're diligent, as I talked about in the earlier spread that I did today, that means success is guaranteed for us, collective. We just have to do our part. Nothing comes without effort. We have to put our effort forward, but the universe will meet us halfway. We just throw ourselves into what we're doing, the universe will catch us, okay? That's basically what this is telling us. Now, in the in the past position, we got the Death card. Now, the Death card is not just a physical death, okay? Very similar to I was, in the runes and so on. It talks about death of a cycle and a rebirth of a new cycle, or being born again, as I always like to say, because that's really what it means. So it's the end of the old, beginning of a new cycle, finality and transformation, endings and new beginnings. Okay, so this is just talking in a nutshell of all that is going on with us. It looks like it's going to extend beyond just today. Okay? Now, in our known position, we have the 4 of Cups. And this is us feeling a sense of monotony and boredom, depression, loss of focus, and stagnation perhaps. If we're feeling this way, we should really try to center ourselves and refocus our energies on that which we're hoping to achieve. Even if you don't really feel like it, you feel very strongly about not doing something, just making even a small effort can change everything. So, but that's not to say that you can't rest. We have to be wise too. Sometimes rest is what we need, We have to recharge our batteries. So you have to go within and decide, all right? But sometimes you have to use discipline and really, force yourself to do things when you really don't want to do them. We all know this. All right. As far as our future is concerned, or near future, what we have here is the Temperance card. Now, the Temperance, the Earth Angel card, speaks about inner balance, peace, patience, calm and harmony, and self-restraint. And that's important because, again, we also need to remember that, based on today's earlier reading for the week, that devil is coming in. And that devil is coming in to thwart all of our efforts. They know that success is right around the corner for us. So they're going to do everything in their power to throw every imaginable obstacle your way. And that includes drawing you into some form of confrontation where they can siphon and transform that energy into things that they want. They can get you out of center, thus lowering your vibration, so to speak, which means you're more susceptible also to any of their, magical incantations and things of that nature. So keep prayed up, keep yourself focused and keep yourself balanced is what this is warning us to do here, okay? All right, now how do you see yourself basically, consciously or unconsciously? We have the Chariot card. Now the Chariot talks about focusing your energies yet again. Possible travel in the cards, a sense of ambition, also telling us that change is coming, but you also need to use your willpower, and success is inevitable. That's what everything is telling us. As long as we do our part, you are going to be successful. Now, how do others see you? Well, they see you exactly that way with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles speaks about hard work, rewards, stability and success, financial gain, a sense of community and family. Anything that you could want in this materialistic world is what the Ten of Pentacles is telling us is in your grasp, or you already have it. Okay? That's the way everybody else is seeing you right now. So don't be fooled, even if they don't tell you this. Okay? And this includes the devil that's coming in. That's why they're coming in. They know that's your overall destiny if you do your part and you don't succumb to their wiles. Now, as far as the guidance is concerned, we got the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups talks again of rationality and balanced emotions. Being calm, being faithful, friendly and mature, using wisdom, and having a sense of caring or empathy. As long as you stay in that particular mind frame and emotional balanced frame, then again, the likelihood of your success is almost inevitable. Okay? And finally, in the outcome or possible outcome, we got the Knight of Cups. Now this talks about creativity, sparking motivation, inspiration, drive, romance, creativity, and flirtation. All around good news is what this is talking about. The Knights are the ones that come in and deliver these things to us. Okay? So that's good news coming our way. All right? Now let's look at the runes. I didn't have to elaborate or get clarity on any of these. It was pretty, pretty black and white in terms of the overall meaning, I believe, in this reading. And it goes along nicely with what we got for the overall week energy. And in terms of the runic energy, what we got for the overall energy for today is Ingwas. Now, Ingwas talks about, and it's actually the god Freyr's rune, it talks about being a hero or heroic, all the potential that you possess, gaining a sense of freedom, the conclusion, perhaps, of this cycle, and the consequences that come with your endeavors. A sense of male fertility, masculinity, and virtue. And again, even though these are male attributes we're talking about, if you're a female out there listening, you can also, and we all have both masculine and feminine attributes. It's talking about needing and utilizing more in particular the male attributes, in order to gain these particular rewards that come with it. So virtue, strength, sense of familia or family love, common sense, sense of home and resting, and that all loose ends will be tied up very soon, and that you are also free to move in a new direction. Okay? Now for our past energy, and this is the past overall energy from last week, we had Iwas. Now Iwas talks again about death and rebirth, what we got up here in our past energy for the tarot. So the past rune is also the past tarot. They're identical. So talks again about death and rebirth, reliability and dependability, defensiveness and success, trustworthiness, enlightenment and endurance, a sense of protection, being protected in this case by the universe, a driving force to acquire your desires, and a sense of purpose. Okay? Now, as far as our influences go, to the left we have Yera. Now, Yera we pulled a couple of times last week, and we also pulled it yet again this week. It talks about, harvesting, seasons, things of that nature, cycles, the universal cycles. Women have their cycles each month and so on and so forth. Moon cycles, solar cycles. It talks about the results of earlier efforts being realized, the fruits of your labor. So that's also a good rune. The other influence we got was Gibo. Now we got Gibo once last week too, and again it's always referred to as X marks the spot on a treasure map. It speaks about gifting, giving, and as well as receiving, or reciprocity, equal exchange. It talks about divine unions and relationships and partnerships. It talks about contracts possibly. Make sure you read the small print, obviously. All right, and finally, for the future for today, specifically, we got Thor's rune, and it's in the upright. Last couple times we got this, it was been reversed. So it's good to see that this time it's in the upright. So this talks mostly about protection, but it also talks about, and I'm talking about being protected by the universe. It also talks about you being the protector, especially if you're the man of the house and everything else, or a mother looking after her little ones, those kinds of things. It talks about counsel, giving wise counsel as well as receiving it. It's also talking about a sense of being lucky, warnings being received or seeing them, reactive or directed force, either towards destruction or towards defense. In other words, offense or defense. You have the power. Remember, this is one of the mightiest runes in the runic satchel. Now, it also talks about an instinctual will, the vital eroticism, changes, sense of purging, male sexuality, and fertility. Okay? So again, we all embody masculine and feminine attributes. So take this either way, okay? But this is the overall energy for the week with the runes. And again, it's very positive. It's not as specific as some of the other ones we've had in conclusion with the tarot, but it's a very good supplemental energy that we're seeing here. All very positive energy to help us overcome the obstacles that are going to come our way. Now, as far as our oracle cards are concerned, first one we pulled out was "You came closer than anyone." Okay, excuse me, I got the hiccups. So somebody believes that indeed you opened them up in ways that nobody else was able to do. So, and that could be, of course, a past loved one. That could be your spouse that you have now, or a lover that you have now. That could be a friend that you have. It could be a sibling. It could be one of your children. Although it's usually associated with, of course, somebody that you love or have loved. Now, the other one we got was, "I know that I crossed the line with you, And you know, of course, this is going to mean different things in different people, you know, in your life. Again, this more often than not talks about somebody that you're no longer with, and for the reasons that they said there, they crossed the line. So now when I pulled out the love cards, in conjunction with that, we have the heartbroken card. Somebody's deeply hurt, feeling sad over a separation and a breakup. They're feeling lost, they're grieving, they're mourning. Now, it doesn't specify of whether this is they're having these feelings about you or somebody they had just broken up with. But usually in these spreads, when we're talking about the collective specifically, it refers to the collective specifically. So you're going to have to decide how that actually reflects in your personal lives, because everybody's different, of course. Now, on the other side of this, we got something a little bit more on the positive, about looking forward to talking with somebody. You're interested and you're waiting. In fact, you're even hovering over your phone or over your computer, waiting to hear back from somebody in an email or a text or something. So you're excited about hearing back from somebody is what this is telling us. Now, as far as our animal oracle card goes, we got the frog, which talks about prosperity. It says, let go of the past, embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into the new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. And again, that goes very well with the overall meaning of the message today of celebration, with the 10 of Pentacles that everybody already sees coming your way, and the fact a message indeed is coming that is giving us the very positive news that we wished to hear about. Mix that with the sun, which is something we're not seeing quite yet, and that tells us that definitely there's a bright light at the end of this tunnel waiting for us, collective. So that concludes the reading, and I hope this was a reading that you know, is positive for you, that it resonates with you, and that it will give you some level of peace, and realizing that even though you can't see these things actually emerging quite yet in your life, that you have hope, and that will give you the strength and the wherewithal to continue on with your efforts and your endeavors. And don't give in to, you know, being led astray or being led into some form of confrontation to take your center off balance. Remember now, the Temperance card talks about maintaining that balance, because somebody is going to come along and somebody is going to actually do everything in their power to keep you from your 10 of Pentacles, from your 10 of Cups, from your overall joy and your sun. Don't let them have that, okay, collective? All right, that's all I have for today. And as always, I wish you guys all victory, and I'll see you much later in Valhalla. Bye-bye.